Rhonda Terrell is the Regional Operation Manager over at RadNet. Welcome to our program. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So you guys have this New Wave Imaging site that you just opened up. Tell us what New Wave Imaging is in the first place. How is it different than other, X-rays, CAT scans, and those kinds of things?
So Wave Imaging is the name. We're in a joint partnership with Memorial Care. So we have RadNet and Memorial Care. So the joint name is Wave Imaging.
Okay.
And we have about 32 locations.
Oh, okay.
This is the newest location in South Orange County, and it's Wave Imaging Saddleback.
Okay. And so what are the offerings there? Is it just kind of your basic, CAT scans, CT, all those kinds of things?
Yes, we have brand new MRI units. So we have two. We have a 3T, which is, and we call it an MRI 3T shortboard, so it's a little shorter and wider. So if you're a little claustrophobic, but not a lot, you could pretty much get your scan very comfortably. Then we have an open. I don't know if you know what a moon pie is, but the open is, so a moon pie is, there's two pieces like this, the cream in the middle, and it's open on the side.
Okay.
So the open opens all around. People mistake an open unit thinking they can stand up and it's just wide open.
Okay.
Right? So all the sides, instead of going into a tube, they're open on the side.
Now, how does that help in terms of what is that different? How is that different from a regular one that people got to run through this big tube or whatever that is? How has it changed?
So for our 3T short wide board, it's much wider and it's shorter, so you don't feel like you're going through this long tunnel and sitting in a dark tunnel for a long time.
Okay.
And then the open unit, because it's open on both sides, you feel less confined and restrained. And the table is in the open as well, so there's no long tube that you're going through.
Is that one of the things that a lot of people who've had to go through these procedures that kind of like they're taking pictures, but they feel that claustrophobic kind of feeling, and they feel scared, and they don't like it. It's uncomfortable. Is that kind of the innovations that are moving towards getting away from that feeling for folks?
Yes. So that's what our open unit's really good for. We have patients that'll start out on our 3T unit, and they're like, nope, let me out, let me out. So we will try to fit them into our open unit so they don't have to come back, and then they do that and they're much more comfortable.
But are you giving up anything in terms of accuracy in the image and the detail and those kinds of things?
No, because our Hitachi Open, our new unit, is really upgraded. It's got new software. It's a brand new machine, so we're still getting really good quality on those images. Is
it kind of incredible to you the technology that goes into these things and how they just kind of keep getting better and better?
It's amazing. I've been in this business for many, many years, and I've seen the growth and the progression of all of the machines. And so seeing these machines and how patients can get through their imaging and see the quality of it and how far it's progressed, it's amazing.
Now, when you partner with Saddleback Memorial, folks like that, what do they bring to the table in terms of that partnership?
So we're in a managing partnership, so we do everything out to take care of their patients. And then our radiologists also do the reading. They have many outside imaging centers that just do ultrasound and x-ray. So our radiologists do all the reading for those outside imaging centers. And it's a partnership where combined, we offer a multitude of services all through South Orange County, Long Beach, North Orange County, the Southern California areas.
Okay. And it helps streamline the process of getting that information right to the doctors so they can make those readings like sometimes the same day and that kind of thing?
Yes. The Memorial Care has a software program called Epic, and we have accessibility to that, so we can go in and get a patient's order or check for the authorization. It makes it quicker so nobody's calling the doctor's office looking for that. And then also, by the same token, they have some access to our RISC program, which is our software, where they can get the reports and the images, and they can do an electronic order, and then that report goes directly to the patient's MyChart.
So what are some of the new services that you have at this new location? And kind of take me through the process of what someone goes in, or someone coming from this community, what they go through to get there and get in the appointment and all that.
Okay, so we have a beautiful new center. It's brand new, just opened in April. We just had our open house last week. But we have, as I mentioned before, the two new MRI units. We also do myelograms and arthrogram procedures at this location. We have an ultrasound room that does a lot of biopsies for patients, such as thyroid biopsies. Okay. And then we have a PET CT unit. We do a lot of CTs, but our PET unit is opening in August, so we're very excited to get that open and running so that we can treat those patients for that. And then we're bringing to the table our new TULSA program.
Okay, tell me about the prostate procedure. Tell me about that. We've talked about it on the show previously with other doctors, but it's always a good thing to recap.
Well, it's amazing. Since it was being brought to my region, I'm one of those people that I want to know what's being done within my region. So I actually drove to Beverly West Hills to see it in action. And the patient from start to finish gets his cancer treated. It's like about 4 hours from start to finish. Our center becomes an outpatient surgery center, basically.
Okay.
But it's an embolization procedure, so you have anesthesiologists, you have nurses, you have MRI techs, you have a urologist, you have a radiologist, all on site that day. It's a very cultivated and really important screening process that a patient goes through. We don't want to just have anybody do it, you know. We want to make sure that they qualify, that we can meet their needs, that we can treat them successfully with this. And so there's a lot of successful rates, that percentages that have been going on with this, and so now our center is going to be seeing patients on Saturdays.
Right, and some of the, from regular prostate cancer surgeries, you know, there's impotence can happen, you know, a leakage and those kinds of things, but this procedure, from my understanding, is that it minimizes those side effects and the things that happen afterwards, right?
Exactly. So I also worked at a radiation oncology center for 6 years, so I saw the radiation treatment of prostate as well, right? And how it's a lengthy, long treatment. It can be very painful because it's radiation from the inside
and they're radiating, you know, they're radiating the entire area. So there's a lot of like ancillary things that are getting radiated that we wish there weren't.
Exactly. So the focus of this is literally the radiologist and the urologist are in there mapping out the treatment area for that cancer. And the patient's asleep through the whole process, getting to enjoy a nice nap, and they're treating it so that when the patient's recovered and waking up in basically like a post-op room, the idea is that that tumor's been eradicated.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
And then they can follow up with more scans later on and those kind of tests to make sure that not everything's fine and it's continued to be, you know, the complete removal of the tumor and everything.
Exactly. And they are really careful when they're mapping out the treatment that morning. They're mapping out the whole area because they don't want to get the bladder. They don't want to get anything unnecessary. They want to just treat that tumor.
It's such a sensitive area in there. There's so many other things going on there that you don't want to mess around with.
Exactly.
Is it amazing to you, again, I'll say this again, amazing to you the technological advances in just this procedure, the Tulsa procedure, that have come over the past few years?
I love it. It's fascinating to see because, like I said, I worked at a radiation center and and those treatments are very important in their own right, but to see how far we've come and that we can treat something in the same day and from start to finish they get this treatment and then they can leave, go home and recover for a day and then go about their regular life, and it's not 6 weeks of treatment. It's incredible. It's amazing to be a part of this cutting edge treatment.
Now, for folks who need scans or folks who need MRIs, things like that, is there anything that's not covered by regular insurance? I mean, are all of these things usually covered by the regular systems? They're not a new technology that this insurance hasn't started to cover yet?
Tulsa is the only program yet that's not covered by insurance, but like every great program, initially we have to just put it out there, show our success with it, show how much it's doing for the patients, how well and the outcome is, and from there, then it takes a little while, but then we hope to bring it to insurance.
All right, one more time, tell us where the New Wave imaging site is so folks know.
It is over 23961 Calle de Magdalena. It's over in the big black glass building next to the hospital.
Terrific. All right. Rhonda Terrell, thank you so much for joining us from RadNet. We appreciate the information, all good stuff.
Thank you, it was my pleasure.
When we come back, we'll be doing spoken word songs with the folks from Old Pros. Stay with us.